Hey everyone, this is J. Marie of J. Marie Booklets, and today I'm coming to talk to you about training the HUC correctly. I am the author of 2 books. The first one is Steps to Becoming a Health Unit Coordinator, and the other one is Steps to Becoming a Medical Secretary, a step-by-step guide to working in the hospital. You can download those books. They're both on Kindle, so if you want an ebook, you can go ahead and get it there. You can also go to my website, jmariebooklets.com, and order your copy there. So today we're going to talk about training the HUC correctly. So I wrote a blog post a few months ago titled letting the health unit coordinator fail. And the article was basically about, I remembered a conversation that I had with a patient's wife. The wife used to be a health unit coordinator a long time ago. And, the conversation that we had, we were talking about just, being a health unit coordinator. And she said, you want to know the secret to longevity here? Is to not train the new HUCs correctly. And I'm like, well, why would you not train the new HUC correctly? She was like, honey, that's how you get the overtime. You keep overtime, because if they're not trained correctly, they will either appear incompetent and get fired, or they will get frustrated because they don't know what to do and they'll quit. And there's more overtime for you. It's job security. And I was like, that's not a good thing to do, to be trying to sabotage someone who is trying to better themselves and who's just out here trying to earn a decent wage. Like that's not who I am. So the one thing I encourage everyone, all the health unit coordinators, when you are training a new HUC, train them correctly. Teach them everything you know. Now, when I train, I always teach them the right way, and then I teach them shortcuts. And a lot of HUCs teach the new HUCs shortcuts and or not the right way. So you teach them the right way, and then you teach them shortcuts. And that'll just make everyone's job better, because I'm telling you, I live here in South Florida. I say it all the time in the videos. I live here in South Florida, so we have seasons where, when the snowbirds are here, it's very, very busy. You don't want to be the only HUC trying to run, getting killed and doing all this overtime. Overtime is wonderful, believe me, it is. But you don't want to be the only HUC getting murdered, literally. You work 3 days and you can't, and you want the overtime, but you can't because you're the only HUC. You gotta think about your sanity. You can't just think about the money and sabotaging someone else. You gotta think about your sanity. Like right now, I'm cutting back on all the overtime. Do you understand? I do a lot of overtime, and the fact that I'm cutting back because I had to, because it was just my sanity was going. I had to cut back, and I'm getting used to just 3 days on 3 days a week. I'm getting used to that. I'm fine. But you can't sabotage someone else just for the sake of you. You got to think, and also you got to think of the department, you got to think of the unit, you got to think of the hospital. You can't run a facility or unit correctly when the turnover rate is so high, because the people are being trained and they're not being trained correctly, and then they're leaving. That's just, you can't function like that. A facility cannot function like that. A unit cannot function like that. So in closing, I want all my trainers to train the HUCs correctly. All right, if you have any questions, comments, you can put them in the comment section. You can also follow me, like I said, on my blog, jmariebooklets.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.